The specifics of the print paste formulation depend on the fiber content of the fabric, the colorant system used, and to some extent, the type of printing machine employed. The typical ingredients found in most paste formulations include dyes or pigments, thickeners, sequestering agents, dispersing or suspending agents, known as surfactants, water-retaining agents, known as humectants, defoamers, catalysts, and hand modifiers. In addition to these ingredients, pigments require a binder or resin system to fix the pigment and may include adhesion promoters. The most important ingredients of any print paste formulation are the colorants and the thickener system. The dyes used for cellulose fibers, specifically cotton, rayon, and lyocell or tencel, are reactives, vats, naphthols, and directs. Reactives dominate the dyes used for printing these fibers because of their wide shade range, bright colors, good wash fastness, and availability. Vat dyes are also used for textile printing. They usually have very good overall color fastness properties, but have a limited shade range. They are mainly available in deep colors such as yellows, burgundies, violets, blues, and greens, which makes them a good choice for the production of camouflage material. Vat dyes are also known for their light pastel shade fastness. When printing with cotton dyestuffs, thorough afterwashing is essential for good crock fastness and wash fastness. If the printed fabric is a blend, then a combination of different dye types in the print paste will be necessary. For example, a cotton polyester blend would require reactive dyes for the cotton and dispersed dyes for the polyester. These would also require different color fixation conditions. Therefore, the dominant type of colorant for blended fabrics is pigment systems. Pigments are not dyes, but are colored particles glued to the surface of the fabric. They can color all fibers in the blend the same shade with a single colorant. Once printed, fixation of the pigment requires dry heat for a defined amount of time. The color fastness of pigments directly depends on the type and amount of the binder system employed. Binders can be water-based, known as latex, or solvent-based. These two types of binders vary widely in their stiffness. While greater amounts of binder will improve the color fastness, it may negatively affect the hand of the printed fabric. A balance must be achieved between the desired feel of a fabric and an acceptable level of color fastness. Hand modifiers, most specifically softeners, are often incorporated with pigment print formulations. While these additives may improve certain aspects of the print, they may also interfere with the binder and should be used with caution. Some drawbacks of pigment prints include poor crock fastness, especially on deep shades, and stiffening of the fabric so that it takes on a rigid feel. Their wide shade range, as well as the flexibility and simplicity of processing, make pigments an extremely popular choice for both blended and 100% cotton fabrics. The thickener system is the next crucial component of print paste. The purpose of the thickener system is twofold. First, the thickener gives print paste the proper viscosity, or flow characteristics, so the color can be applied uniformly and evenly. Second, it holds the color in place, so that one color paste can be applied adjacent to another without the colors bleeding together. The thickener applied with a pigment system becomes part of the pigment binding polymer and cannot be washed out. With dyes, the thickener also holds the color in place after drying until the printed fabric goes through a fixation process, such as steaming. During fixation, the dye transfers from the thickener and diffuses into the fiber. The thickener is then washed off the fabric before any chemical or mechanical finishing is performed. Other chemical products can be added as needed to the print paste. These include sequestering agents, surfactants, humectants, defoamers, and hand modifiers. Sequestering agents bond with metallic contaminants in order to prevent interference with the printing dyes or auxiliary chemicals. Calgon is the most well-known sequestering agent. Surfactants are additives which allow chemicals of dissimilar nature to mix. They are used in print paste as dispersing agents, suspending agents, and/or wetting agents. Water-retaining agents, or humectants, are additives which prevent premature water evaporation or skim-over from print paste. Additionally, they often absorb moisture from the air to keep dried print paste from cracking and shedding off the fabric before fixation. Defoamers are materials added to natural thickeners such as sodium alginate and starch-based print pastes to eliminate unwanted bubble or foam formation during the mechanical action of the mixing and/or printing process. Unwanted foaming can result in an uneven or light print color. Defoamer additives must be monitored to ensure against adverse effects on final print quality.